Welcome back to the Brody Show. Today, I got one of my best friends, Jacob Halverson, here with us. How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing pretty good,
All right, good. And I believe this is episode 2. Shouldn't be hard to keep track of that, but we've had some mishaps recently. But it'll be posted on YouTube, and soon I'm going to try and get this going on iTunes with audio only. It'll be interesting. But, Jake, last night, dude, I watched Chef. Who's the actor's name of that? Do you know him?
Oh, man.
Y'all are going to hate me for this. The main character of Chef. I know you're screaming it right now at me. Because he looked almost like Tom Segura mixed with Bill Burr and a little bit of Louis C.K.
I'm just trying to think what other movie he's in.
Chef, you know, he's working a business. It's not even his father. Some dude actually owns it, but he's the main chef in there.
Yeah.
He gets this millionaire food blogger to come through.
Yeah.
And so he goes out to your little farmer's market. He's got a whole hog, man, and then goes to farmer's market and gets all these colored carrots, all these fruits and vegetables all fresh because he wants to cook this guy something special, regular, right? And he gets it all going. They're halfway through it, and the boss man comes through. He's like, look, he had a good argument. It's like going to
McDonald's or whatever and not getting the Big Mac.
Yeah,
you know?
well, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, they've had this signature, what you're used to
They've been known
at
for this
restaurant.
menu for 5 years.
Exactly.
It's like going to a Journey concert and not hearing Journey's best song. And you're like, what's going on here, you know? And that was a good argument. But the food blogger ends up rating them like, oh, it's the same old crap since I was here 5 years ago.
Okay.
And this and that. And he ends up getting hyped, tries to do it, calling him out again over Twitter. You got to see this, man. It's so hilarious. And he comes back through again, and the boss doesn't let him do it again. So he quits and starts his own food truck.
Oh, okay.
And that's where the journey starts. And it's awesome, man. Great movie. Great movie. I got to stop moving back and forth in this chair. How's work been? You work at that foreign car mechanic shop, right?
Import shop. Work on, European and Asian cars, all that. But it's been pretty good. Worked on Mercedes today. And
Ooh.
yeah, it was actually pretty easy. No, it was like a 04, I believe. Yeah, E320 or something like that. Just normal sedan.
E320s?
E320.
Oh, E320s.
Yeah. It's just like they had the E-Class, the S-Class.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the model that was from the 90s or the 2000s to 2004.
They still have E-Class.
Yeah.
But it's 2004 is what it was. I did like valve covers on it, and then I did accessory belt. Had to do motor mounts, which was tedious because you had like after detaching it and like jacking the motor up, you had
to take the whole motor out?
No. Okay, think about the motor. It's sitting on 2 motor mounts.
Yeah,
And the transmission
exactly.
has its own mounts usually, depending on how it sets. But the basically after you unbolt it from the motor, you can jack it up so you have room to get that mount out. You know what I mean? So you're basically just temporarily holding it up. It's still, I guess, connected in the front or the back or whatnot, but you can still tilt it a good like 3-4 inches easily. It's kind of surprising how much you can move it. But and I could almost get it out, but you have all these other parts, AC compressor and all that in the way, sway bar and whatnot.
Oh.
And it was so close to being able to get it out. I was like an inch off, So the way I had to do it was I actually had to take down the whole exhaust system on each side because it was dual exhaust because it was a V6. But it did pretty quick. So it actually worked out pretty well.
Hard.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I've done it before, but it wasn't for that. It was probably to
just be able to move the motor mounts out to replace them.
to actually take them out of the car. I could get it loose and I could move it around
move
it around like a foot inside this area, because you can't move it up because you have the exhaust manifold, and then you can't fully move it forward because you have something else. But it was pretty fun.
I might as well tell everyone out here. My friend here, Jacob, works for Spirit Halloween, where you might have been for Halloween costumes.
Oh, gosh.
Usually next to a Party City, Hobby Lobby, something like that.
That's just competition.
Right.
It can be anywhere.
Yes, this is true. Whatever the hot location is,
that's just their competition. But it could be at any...
Wow, I didn't think
vacant,
of that.
Think of any vacant, suite. When I say suite, open business area.
Yeah.
It could be right next to a tax office.
They took a mattress store
I've had
once.
such random neighbors, you know what I mean? A lot of them used to be like Circuit Cities when they went out of business. There was a lot of buildings that were vacant for a while in months.
Yeah. So by the way, I'm sorry guys. You find out you've been to Alaska, Hawaii. You've been all over the place because they'll take you out as management to open up the new stores 3 months prior to Halloween.
All right, we set up we start around August. They started a little earlier this year, but usually start about a month out. We open things, we try to open about September 1. So we're open for 2 months, maybe a little over, whatever, around that time. But it all depends on, how many people that are coming back from the other years that actually know how to set it up. It's just like anything, it's very fast-paced, so you need to know how to build it out, how everything should look, because you don't have to redo things, and a lot of the stores are in smaller areas, so you have to be strategic in like how you lay things out, what you lay out at what time.
Smart.
Because you can't just lay everything out. You can at some stores because they're gigantic.
We can't throw everything back in a box because it needs to be put back in a box. Yeah,
you got to have the people that actually know the product, know the categories, because they change the categories every year. When I say categories, I mean like they'll have boys character, boys military.
Oh, and then
boys license, which is any like Marvel, Disney.
Oh, okay.
Anything that's actually like brand, because Spirit buys from other. I think how it works is they buy their costumes from, let's say there's so many costume companies, but I think like California Costume or something like that, and then they make the costume, but then we put our like basically packaging on it, so it says Spirit on it and whatnot. It doesn't even really say anywhere on there that California Costume. It probably does like on the tag on the costume itself, but it basically looks like it's like
you gotta pay a little extra for that.
There's such a big dog in the Halloween game, because they've been doing it for 30 years, I think.
You didn't dress up this year, man. I was all dressed up.
I was in Hawaii.
That's right. It's hard to dress
so
up.
I got excuses.
Surfing.
I was helping finishing out the season.
Yeah, that's right.
At
You're
a store
in I'm sorry.
Honolulu. I know, it was so terrible. I know. I had.
But you did see me those pictures. You're on a 4-wheeler with like a shotgun.
Yeah, dude, I did all kinds of stuff.
Fish,
did a little disc golf. Did a little tour on a 4-wheeler.
How
got
cool
to do some
was
hiking
that?
In these like craters.
Was it the volcano? Like the black rock?
I never. You couldn't see that it was a volcano because it's not like active. They have active volcanoes and whatnot on some of the islands, but not the island that Honolulu's on. Oahu.
Is that the Big Island?
The Big Island definitely has, I want to say, an active volcano.
But Honolulu doesn't?
And Honolulu's just a city. Oahu's the island.
Oh,
and we're probably it's probably like the second or third biggest island, but it was fun. It was a cool experience. I would like to go back and go to one of the other islands that's like, because I love when I got out into the nature more than like the city is just so congested because you can only make so many roads in a tiny. It's a big island, but like the city's in like one condensed area. And Honolulu is the biggest city, of course, in Hawaii. So
it is
if you go to
most populated or whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like I want to say there's. I can't say the specific stats, but I want to say it's like 500,000 people. Like it's big. Like all I can do is relate it to like when you go Austin, you have Pflugerville, Round Rock, Hutto, and all that. But instead of having like grass and like open area, like it's just housing or buildings or like there's a few parks or whatnot, but it's like they try to condense it all into one area so they can keep the nature everywhere else, and they have small towns out and about, but that's where I stayed, and it was just the traffic made Austin traffic look delightful.
What?
Yeah. I saw it in Midland, but I never actually went to it.
But how much bull crap? You thought it was bad enough going to the movie theater and being surrounded by 100 people while you're just trying to watch a movie, and they're all yapping, coughing, eating, munching on popcorn. You're like, man, and you're like, and it makes you want to just go home and bootleg that damn movie,
Yeah, but at least the plus side with a drive-in movie is you're like concealed in your car, and if you could just get like put it on go to this radio station, you can get the audio for it. Yeah. And then like they can just do whatever they want if they're not blocking your vision.
That's the problem.
That's kind of.
And they're usually doing crap, man. They're around you. Your windows aren't perfectly black, and you're just like they're crossing around the car in front of you. They're starting to make love or something. And you're like, man, get off the steering wheel. I can see you. And you start getting mad.
That's funny. See, I've never been to it, so I couldn't say.
You haven't been to a drive-in?
Mm-mm.
What?
Never been to one. Yeah.
Oh my God, you are not American, Jacob.
Not American. It's not American. Like a popular thing. Like they don't have that many. Like you lived in Abilene. I never lived in a city that actually had one. So.
That's true. I hit an ace last night. Hole in one, ladies and gentlemen. Wells Branch Disc Golf Course, Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Funny thing happened. I moved into these apartments 2 years ago because I started selling disc golf discs. And I promised someone that I wouldn't move out until I aced, which is a hole in one, hole 3 on this course. Literally like on the other side of this wall, about 10 feet, is a tee box to shoot a disc golf. And things happen. I tried, and I failed many a times. And the years went on, and it all went from a funny joke to a curse real quick. We're like, oh, Eric's going to be 55, trying to ace this whole 3, living in these crappy apartments, probably charging him $50,000 a month or something at this point. And sure enough, I hit that. I hit hole 3 last night.
Like in the dark, it looked like. I saw the picture. Dark. Like, damn.
I mean, it just skipped around those trees and just ching. 6 guys are there. They're, bro. They lifted me up, Brody. I was just like, ah. And your adrenaline goes 0 to 100 so quick. Oh,
yeah, for sure.
So quick. But anyways, that was pretty wild. But anything we're doing coming up? We got any plans, trips?
Not really, man.
I think my pops, he's going to go on to a walk on Camino soon.
You were telling me about that.
Yeah, like 750 kilometers out to Spain, starting from somewhere, going to Spain. The movie The Way with Martin Sheen explains a lot of this.
Is your mom going to, or?
She's not yet. She's doing therapy recovery on her knee.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's going to be tough to go into something like that.
She's going next year, though, and I'm rooting on her.
When's she going? When's your dad going?
I think September-ish. I don't know.
So a year away.
Well.
Almost.
Yeah.
9 months.
Yeah. Maybe not September. Maybe July. I don't know. I'm going to ask. Yeah. And my brother's not going, so next year I'm going to be able to take a whole month off, and I'm going to try to go. It's 30 days of like 10 to 20 miles a day.
Yeah, you feel so good after finishing, but gosh, like you were saying, like it really shows you who you are.
Oh,
and like
you
breaking barriers and breaking through, and like you got blisters and.
Day 7, I did Italy last year, right?
Yeah.
In March, and day 7, I had blisters. They had blisters.
No,
they had the needle shoved through to drain the blister with a blister. It was my knees were shot. And they're like, oh, you got to keep going. Keep hiking. Here's Motrin. Here's some Advil. Here's some time. Like,
you might be destroying your body, but you're going to feel so good mentally.
So what I was trying to you get to day 20 after it's like been locked up in prison or something. Like you've been extinguishing all your hopes and glories of like, what if I call a taxi? There's got to be an Uber here in Italy somewhere in this dirt road.
Right.
No. And you finally, here comes day 20. You're just like, there's nothing else except for taking that next step and who's around you out there in the middle of nowhere. And it's like, you stripped every single pain, every single worry, I had to go to college. I should have been in college done with college when I was 22. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Oh, I should have done this. All that was 10, 20 days and hundreds of kilometers back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At this point, you're stripped down to your bare bones where you're just like, I'm Eric Buchanan. I'm Brody. And I got to make it here by nightfall or we die out here in the nighttime because there's no roads, there's no nothing. You're just taking trails.
Yeah.
And it's just, got to go for it, man. You know. And that it really brings out who you are. And when it comes down to it, you put anyone in that situation, everyone's there for you. You take anyone you know out there and you get to day 10 and they're rough, they want to quit. But you're going to die if you quit. You get to day 20, it's rough, you want to quit. But the whole time you're like, look, it's me and you, bro, and we got to make it to here tonight. Whatever we got to do. If we argue, we don't make it. So let's make it there.
Yeah, no, you just got to stay positive. That's the biggest thing. When
you'll get mad, of course.
Oh, no.
Everyone got mad.
No doubt, you have to.
So, but by the end of the day, all the days, we all came back together over dinner, sharing a glass of wine, eating some Italian food, laughing how hard that struggle was. And
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a reality show where you see everyone fight, get mad, pick teams. And then by the end of it, they're like, we went through so much. That's so crazy. Yeah. It was all just
going through it together, it gets you close.
Insane.
Makes you closer for sure. Builds that bond.
But anyways, I got to head out of here. I know you do too.
Yep, got to eat some dinner.
I know it. Thanks for coming by, Jacob Halverson.
Yeah, have a good one.
Appreciate it, boss. And remember, y'all follow us on YouTube, subscribe, and like it. And I'm soon going to be on iTunes. And Jacob will definitely be back on the podcast, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. And remember, it's the Brody Show. Y'all enjoy and live life. Be happy. Enjoy, boss.
Yeah.
Boom.